Okay, hi everybody. My name is Brendan Foley. I run product management for the Bot Store and also developer evangelism here at Automation Anywhere. Unlike the prior two presenters, my first name is not Steve, but I'll try to do the best I can. I'm going to talk with you about our developer strategy and roadmap, and hopefully by now it's become clear that when we talk about developers, we're talking about everybody from the business professional that's creating bots within their environment, to the IT professional that's creating bots and managing their deployment within enterprises, all the way to professional software developers and ISVs that are building bots or digital workers on behalf of businesses or want to start their own business. So we're talking about all of them when we talk about our developer strategy. And our vision for developers is we want to not only be recognized as the preferred platform for intelligent digital workforce creation, but we want to go beyond that. So when developers think about great developer platforms like Microsoft, Google, Twilio, Salesforce, we want to be in that same consideration set as being a great experience for developers of all types. So what's our developer proposition? So developers, as we all know, they have lots of opportunities to participate in different ecosystems. And so I, as a developer myself, there's two things I oftentimes look for is, well, one, is the development platform broadly used? And two, is there a big opportunity? Is this a rapidly growing sector? And so intelligent automation, as you've heard, is the fastest growing sector today for enterprise software and SaaS. And Automation Anywhere, we're the most broadly deployed platform in existence today. So there's more than 2,800 large enterprises worldwide, operating in 90+ countries that are using and deploying our platform. So we sort of check both of those boxes. And so our offering, or the journey that we want to highlight to developers everywhere is the following. First, Install Community Edition. So we offer a free version of our software that gives developers full access to our entire product suite, to RPA, to artificial intelligence, IQ Bot, analytics, our mobile offering, and the Bot Store. Again, free of charge so that developers can get familiar with our platform and start building. Then, of course, developers also want to get going right away in building bots on the platform. So we provide two opportunities to get them going quickly. The first is our product documentation portal, docs.automationanywhere.com. And I'll talk about this in a little bit more detail, but we provide a portal that basically provides everybody from the person that has never built a bot in their life, to be able to get started and build their first bot within the first 5 to 15 minutes, and then advance through step-by-step guides to build more advanced bots, where they can integrate code that they've written, whether in C#, in JavaScript, and Python in the near future, into bots to do some really interesting things by integrating logic, more advanced logic into bots, driving integrations with APIs to do some really advanced, cool things on our platform. But we also provide another opportunity to allow developers to get going quickly. We have something called bot games. And I'll talk about this also in a little more detail, but we provide two flavors of bot games. We have a virtual bot games, which is taking place worldwide right now. It's basically the biggest RPA competition that exists today, and it's live and it goes through the end of July. We also provide in-person bot games events in places like London, Bangalore, New York, and elsewhere worldwide. So lots of opportunities for developers to jump in and start building right away. We also have an active community, which is called APeople. And within APeople, our community, we have specific sections for bot building, where developers can ask questions about how to build bots and get input and feedback from the community. Then we have another group called Developers Everywhere, which is a little more advanced, where developers who are doing more advanced things like integrating third-party code or driving integrations with REST APIs and their bots can also participate in a live discussion and get input and feedback. RPA is one of the most sought after and searched for job skills for developers today. We have something called Automation Anywhere University, where we provide 2 tracks to get either accredited or to get fully certified, and we'll talk about that in some more detail. And then lastly, there are some bot developers that want to build a business, whether it's an individual or an ISV. And so we have the bot store, where we allow customers to download and install bots. Today, all of our bot and digital worker offerings are free. In the very near future, by the end of this summer, we will be introducing monetization so that developers can build a business on the bot store, just like any other app store out there. We'll talk about each of these things in a bit more detail. So first step on the journey is install Community Edition. So this gives you as a developer access to the full product suite, free of charge. And this is for everyone from developers to small businesses. So if you're a small business with less than 250 users and less than 5 million in revenue, you can take advantage of Community Edition. But also students. We want to introduce the opportunity for intelligent automation to students who become the future professional developers and then also engage on our platform in their careers. The documentation portal. So if you go to docs.automationanywhere.com, and you'll see a landing page that has a section called Build. If you click on Build, it'll take you to this page where we basically provide you with everything that you need as either an experienced developer or a brand new developer to start building bots on our platform. So in the Getting Started section, you'll find step-by-step guides on how to build your first bot. And once you've built your first bot, how to enhance that bot, how to build slightly more advanced bots that take advantage of the platform, walking you through step-by-step. We have a section called Building Advanced Bots, so where we introduce the idea of writing third-party code. The examples today on the site are in C#, writing third-party code where you can integrate logic into bots or make, say, REST API calls to third-party SaaS services to enable some interesting scenarios. We also have a section on building digital workers. So, as you heard earlier in the presentation, we have 2 concepts: bots, which are really focused on automating individual tasks within a workflow, and a digital worker, where the idea is that you can automate the manual, tedious tasks for somebody's role end to end. Say a digital accounts payable clerk or a digital accounts or HR administrator, and then that frees up that human worker to do more value-added tasks and more strategic thinking around their role. So we provide guidance on how to build digital workers. What's the architecture of a digital worker? What are best practices in building a digital worker? This portal also gives developers access to the latest and greatest news from Automation Anywhere. So we have a developer blog where I oversee and folks on my team are posting the latest news on what we're offering to developers and the opportunities for them. Just a couple of other slides relating to this. Could you advance it to the next slide?
It's over there. Right there. Over there.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. On the documentation portal, we also have a section under Getting Started for bot building best practices. So this is based on our experience working with hundreds of customers on building bots. So we provide guidance, like coding best practices on how to build bots, in terms of building bots that are more modular and that use variables appropriately. We also provide guidance on security best practices as part of this, and how to properly store credentials using our credential vault. These best practices form the foundation of our guidance to developers and posting to the bot store. All There we go. In the build advanced bot section, you'll find, as I mentioned, code samples today in C#. But as we roll out the new platform in the very near future, you'll find code samples for Python, for VBScript, for JavaScript, in terms of how you can, so that you can try out these code samples in understanding how to integrate logic into your code and call REST APIs. Also on the product docs portal, we have a rich set of APIs that you as developers can use. APIs for managing and deploying bots, and other APIs as well. Now, as I mentioned, developers not only want to get started in trying to build bots, but they also want to, have some sort of a community where they're building bots towards some greater end. So as I mentioned, we just launched bot games. This is the first time that we've done this, the first time we've done virtual bot games. Prior to the launch of virtual bot games, going back to last year, we've had a series of events in different parts of the world. And so with virtual bot games, we're basically creating a worldwide competition for bot building. We have more than 150 teams that are actively building bots through this competition. As part of this competition, we also offer access to webinars and access to Automation Anywhere experts so that you can get input and feedback on the bots that you're building. And as I mentioned, we'll continue to do bot games events worldwide in person, where when we do in-person events, typically the first half of the day is we give training to developers on how to build bots, and then in the second half of the day they can then compete for great prizes. So this is just also a way to further stimulate interest in a thriving ecosystem that builds on our platform. The APeople community. So we've recently revamped our community site to provide a great experience, for anybody that's using our platform, but in particular developers. So as you see, if you go to the home page of APeople.automationanywhere.com, we have a section called Bot Building, which is a very active section where if you have questions as you're building bots, you can post them to the community and get answers pretty quickly. In fact, 95% plus of the questions that are posed are actually answered by other developers in the community and answered pretty quickly. So I'd encourage everybody to check this out. It's a great resource for getting answers quickly to questions. Automation Anywhere University. So as I mentioned, RPA is one of the most searched for skill sets, by software recruiters today. So we offer a rich set of courses all for free on automationanywhereuniversity.com. The first is Fast Track Accreditation. So if you're an experienced RPA developer, maybe you've built on one of the other two platforms that I won't mention, and you already know how to build RPA, we'll give you a quick introduction to Automation Anywhere, and within 4 hours, you'll be up and running in terms of being able to build on our platform. Now, if you want something that's a little bit more in-depth from a certification perspective that takes you right from the beginning and walks you through to being able to integrate bots with third-party SaaS systems and make SQL queries and all that good stuff, we offer a more comprehensive training that's 12 hours, again for free. So both of these are options available today for developers.
But besides Automation Anywhere University, do you have also training programs that you can provide as part of ELAs to medium or to big-size customers, considering that most of them have to go through a whole organizational transformation that involves a lot of components of the organization to be able to make best use of?
Yeah, definitely. We have a couple of different options there. So one of the things that Automation Anywhere University is looking to do is to introduce single day options for enterprise customers where you can run essentially almost like a mini bot games, during the course of a single day. We also have a professional services organization where if you want to, rather than building the bots or digital workers yourself, you could hire our professional services to come in and build them for you.
Besides that proper training that can be done as part of the professional services option, of course, inside on-prem with the customer.
Yeah, that's absolutely
possible.
part of what
so
we
you
offer
have
as well.
curriculums and
Yeah, curriculums for customers and best practices on how to set up a center of excellence, it's not just the technical aspects, but also how you handle the cultural. Yeah, how do you handle the cultural change of introducing intelligent automation in the organization and getting people familiar and comfortable with building bots that can make their day-to-day lives easier.
This is more or less the same challenge that organizations face when they do the move to the cloud. They have to reorganize, change the mindset, and this is similar.
Yeah, exactly. So we offer those services both through say Automation Anywhere University, offering them to specific customers, but then also as part of our sales and professional services organization, we provide those best practices and services. Last but not least, posting to the bot store. So we know that not all developers are going to want to post to the bot store, but we provide this option for anyone from the individual developer that wants to start their own business, all the way through to ISVs and large SaaS partners that want to basically highlight integrations and bots and digital workers on the bot store. We're the world's leading marketplace for bots and digital workers. We have more than 500 bots today, 60% of which have been created by partners. You can find bots by category, by business process, by application on the bot store. We also have more than 20 digital workers, also on the bot store today as well. And we've seen a tremendous interest in the bot store. It frankly exceeded our expectations. We just launched it in March of last year. We've had visitors from over 170 countries. And in fact, in the first quarter of this year, we had more downloads of bots from the bot store than all of calendar 18, which was great. And so we're seeing this exponential interest and demand, in the bot store. And what we're really excited about for developers is now coming later this summer, we're going to allow developers everywhere to be able to monetize their work, monetize bots or digital workers that they post on the bot store. And so some aspects of monetization is that bots and digital workers that are listed in the bot store will be listed with per bot pricing, and they'll be subscription licensed. So this gives also developers an opportunity to build an annuity or an ongoing revenue stream by pricing their bots under subscription licensing. Bots that are posted to the bot store will offer IP protection so that your source code is protected, but also license management, so that we enforce both the 30-day free trial as well as the annual license that customers purchase. We handle billing and we'll pay. Sorry, it was a question.
Yeah, so all I would have to do is basically build my bot or whatever it is, hand it over to you guys, and I don't have to do anything else. I just collect the revenue.
Essentially, the only caveats I would add is in submitting your bot, we're working on defining the specifics of license management. There will be, say, maybe a line or two of code that you'll have to include in your bot, in your ATMX file, your bot, and then integrate a DLL as part of your, without getting into all the details, as part of your metabot. And when a customer says, all right, I want to try out the 30-day license, they'll get a license key, which then will get, when they pass that license key into your bot, it'll just check to make sure, okay, is this bot still licensed by the customer? So there's a tiny amount of work, say a command or two and a DLL that you would have to integrate, but it's not much work. And then you would basically submit your bot or your digital worker through our bot store UI, designate which files you want to have IP protected, and then away you go. And so then the bot or digital worker gets listed on the bot store, and then we handle billing and pay you on a monthly basis.
So what happens if I become a bot developer? Mm-hmm. So really excited. I developed 15 bots, and people have subscribed to it. And then 3 years later, I'm no longer interested. I'm not developing the bot or maintaining it. What happens to the bots or subscriptions those kind of things.
Yeah, so as part of the agreement for posting on the bot store, the agreement is that you agree to support active licenses, like in production. So that would be part of the agreement that is established. So if you decide I no longer want to sell new licenses for bots, then you would either need to continue to support those customers that already bought the license, or we would need to issue those customers a refund, or we would jointly have to issue a refund. Our preference is that if you decide not to continue selling bots, that you continue to support customers that have licensed the bot until their license is expired. And then that's the last point is you build, maintain, and support your bots. So as vendors would need to would on their listing page highlight what their support policy is, and then support the bots or digital workers that are under the subscription license. Just like any other app store, we basically focus. Our revenue split is 70-30. So for every dollar you sell, we take 30%. You keep 70%. One great thing is that Bot Store, and I think it came through pretty well in these presentations, is a core part of our sales motion. So we're going to be out talking with customers worldwide, not just about the Automation Anywhere platform, but also about the Bot Store. And so being integrated as part of our sales motion is also a great way to drive demand for your bots and digital workers. And so finally, the value proposition for developers posting on the store is that you develop a recurring revenue stream. You can scale customer adoption through our worldwide sales motion without adding staff. And we handle the billing, the monthly billing, and pay you on a monthly basis. And so just like any other app store, it provides a great opportunity for developers everywhere to build a business. So that's the summary of of our developer strategy and vision. In closing, I just want to say I think there's an awesome opportunity for developers everywhere to build on our platform and to build businesses on our platform. And I would just encourage everyone as the very first step to download Community Edition, try it out, and then start building bots. Start building bots. Using our product documentation, docs.automationanywhere.com. Participate in virtual bot games, and then coming later this summer, if you're interested, take advantage of the opportunity to monetize on the Bot Store.